Welcome to another edition of Swim Easy Speed. Today we're going to look at, it's going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm going to show you guys some studies that I've recently come across and wanted to share them with you. But first things first, this video is proudly sponsored by LabCorp On Demand. It's going to be our first foray into sponsored videos. So I hope you guys stick around and watch the video and give us some love. So what we want to talk about is, the demands of a triathlon and particularly the demands of the training involved and what that kind of looks like. And, I coach a team, I see triathletes every day. And what we're trying to do is everyone's trying to get to that start line. But what we really want to do is everyone wants to get to the finish line. That's what we're looking to get to. And so there was a study published, I think it was 2015. It was the Australian National Track and Field followed their athletes for 5 years. What made success at the end of the championship season. And what they found out was that athletes who didn't miss practice, so didn't get sick, didn't get injured, were the ones that did the best at the end of the year. So it wasn't about overtraining. In some regards, it's about undertraining. And then here's another really interesting study that just came out. They looked at a bunch of masters level, elite level athletes, and they detrained a group of them for about 6 weeks. So they knew their baseline of fitness before they started. And then they let them detrain. And then they brought them back up. The other group, they just kind of kept training. And what they found was the group that detrained and came back up was able to achieve higher levels of peak fitness than from when they started. So it's something to keep in mind where, look, you don't want to be exhausted all of the time. You want to have those episodes where you're ready for peak performance. You're ready to race. And then you're also ready to train. Because going in training tired in swimming usually doesn't result in great success at the end of the season. And so one of the other ways that we can do this is with some of LabCorp On Demand's offerings. And good ones to look at for endurance athletes would be either the men's health test or the women's health test. You can establish a great baseline at the beginning of the season and then potentially check in again later in the season as your training and racing builds up. LabCorp On Demand offers over 70 different lab tests that you can purchase directly on your own without a doctor's appointment. You can go to the link that you see here to purchase a test, then make an appointment or walk into one of their 2,000 patient service centers for the sample collection. So your sample is going to be collected using the same method when you go into your doctor's office. You don't need to prick your own finger. You can see they've got all the lab coats, all the technicians, all the test tubes. That's why they're CAP accredited, CLIA certified clinical laboratories. They process over 3 million samples every week. You can even skip the waiting room entirely. If you want to wait in your car, the technician will let you know when they're ready to see you. And then when you're done, you'll be notified by email when your results are ready as early as the next day. You'll be able to view your easy-to-read results online. In your LabCorp patient account for results that require prompt attention, you'll be contacted by phone or mail. So what you're going to be able to do is get that data, get those insights into how you are performing during your training to make sure that we can get to the finish line, to the start line, to the finish line, and ultimately, hopefully, on the podium. So just use the link below and you can get 20% off your lab tests, and it will greatly help the channel to allow us to continue to deliver terrific content, insightful content that'll help you with your training. As always, thank you for tuning in, and please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the pool soon.